good morning. Rye guy here. It's been another while since I was out. Just got busy with work. Today we're going on a little bit of a side-by-side rally. We're not going to go too far. Again, we're at the Fox Mountain Campground. Beautiful day today. My God, it's going to be about 28 degrees. Probably 30 in the valley here. Who knows? It's going to be a warm one or a hot one, that's for sure. Might have to lose this jacket here soon. It's about 9:30 in the morning. We're heading out fairly early. You know, we don't want to go too far, but we don't want to be home too late. It's actually the Country and Bluegrass Festival here at Fox Mountain Campground as well, so we don't want to disturb anybody going down that way.
I'll take them back.
What's that?
I'll stay back.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. That's my buddy Dean's friend of his, actually Wayne. He just bought that RCR, so she's pretty cherry. We're gonna go out and pop it. Haha, God, that was horrible. Oh, Mud Pro. So yeah, we'll see you guys out in the trail. Yeah, so Dean's flying the old pirate flag. It's actually, geez, we didn't go too far since I last turned the camera off, but I think the temperature actually increased. It's nice and cool right here in the shade, but I know once we get out in those fire roads, even though we're going to be moving faster, it's going to be, it's going to be pretty warm. Nice area though. Like I say, I always love running through here. Should get one of those pirate flags or a flag here for this whole thing. I think a couple of my videos where Dean's been guest starring in them, he has got those great big long LED whips that he puts on. People think those are great. I love those too. Just adds to the fun factor when you're running at night. So if any of you guys have been following along with any type of ATV news or news throughout the ATV industry, I'd like to get your opinion on the new Wildcat trail, the 50-inch wide UTV by etiquette. If you haven't heard of it, go check it out because it looks like it's going to be a really good machine. I have no experience with etiquette myself. You know, I haven't even owned a sled. I never owned a sled. So I can't vouch on reliability by etiquette. And definitely not knocking against Polaris at all. But, you know, it's nice to see something different out in the market. I'm still waiting for Yamaha to come up with a trail-worthy side-by-side. Like, other than the Rhino, when they dropped the Rhino, I was really disappointed because they came out with the Viking. And the Viking is 3 seats wide. It's a truck. You don't need a truck. If you want something like that, you know, go buy a truck. Go buy a Jeep. You get heat. You got AC. You got a radio. And a cab. You know what I mean? But I'd just like to get your guys' opinion on that new Wildcat because it's really interesting to me. Like I said before, I don't think I'm ready to sit down behind a steering wheel just yet to buy another bike. But I'd really like to take one out. I'd like to see what etiquette has developed. Ooh, it's actually a lot cooler in the woods here. Not cold, but cool. Hear a squeak coming from one of the machines. I don't think it's mine, but might be that new Razor behind me doing some breaking in bearings and bushings and things like that. Or something might need some grease, I don't know. That's the door squeaking there. I know that. Oh, maybe it is this thing squeaking. I bet you it's the winch cable. Yeah, it is. It's the winch. You can hear it. Wow, that's nice. Waiting for Wayne to do a little catch up there. There he is. There he is. Yeehaw. That's one thing about side-by-sides, man. I don't care what kind of side-by-side you got, but they run some smooth compared to an ATV. Some of them do anyway. If you start over-modifying stuff, then it starts getting a little bit ridiculous. So you're actually ruining the quality of your ride. You know, accessories are accessories, but don't over-modify your bike. You know, if you put a lift kit on, soften your springs a little bit, don't leave them stiff. Unless you're doing specific applications for your machine, for your vehicle. You want to have good quality. Actually, you know what? In comparison to machines, I was actually asked a question on one of my other videos about a couple of people have been interested in that XMR, that XMR 650 from Can-Am that my buddy has, that I took out and did a little bit of a review on, and, you know, test drove a few times. And, you know, I get a lot of questions. Well, I was thinking about buying a Grizzly, I was thinking about buying an XMR 650. What do you think I should go with? And I always say it's completely up to your application. Don't buy an ATV, don't buy a side-by-side because it looks better than the other one. Yes, it's an aesthetic thing. You want your bike to look good. But at the same time, if it's not going to function the way that you want, you're not going to be happy with it. I can promise you that. And, you know, around here, these trails specifically, you don't need big tires. You don't need a lift kit. You don't need all these accessories on your bike. You can run a stock Honda 300, you know, or a 350 or something like that and be just as happy with it. Because it's specific to, you know, the area that you're running in. Now, going back to the story of, you know, whether I should buy a Grizzly, whether I should buy an XMR 650, that a few individuals had asked. Do you run the mud all the time? Do you run rock? Do you need your radiator mounted on your rack? Do you need snorkels? Because it's a rougher riding ATV. It's smooth, but it's, again, it's not as smooth as it could be. If you don't need any of that stuff and you're just running specific trails like this, go buy a Grizzly 700. Go buy a Honda. Go buy a Suzuki King Quad. Because you'll be more happier with that as an overall ATV rather than a model-specific ATV, which you're only going to be, you know, you'll be on these types of trails, but it's not set up for that. It's mud-orientated. That's what the XMR stands for, Extreme Mud Racer. So, why would you go buy something that has 28-inch Mudzilla tires, that those tires themselves weigh a ton, when you can, you know, go buy a smoother running ATV, smaller tires because you don't need the big ones, and just have a better time out in the trail. And it's more, you can use it as a wider range. So that's, you know, that's what I always say. We're still on the same trail that we darted off into. Waiting to do a little bit of catch up. It's alright for some of the people like me and Dean who, you know how to run these UTVs, but you know, if you're new to the UTV world, you know, you don't want to beat your bike up, you want to take it nice and easy. Oh, my foot slipped off the gas pedal. Right now it's like the perfect temperature. It's about 25 degrees. A little bit of a slight breeze, and the breeze is cool. Any hotter, I think I'd like to be on the beach, but I'm not a real beach goer because look at the color of my skin, man. I'll turn as red as this freaking Rhino if I can sit on the beach for any amount of time, but I do enjoy it. I just can't bake in the sun. It's like a valley down there. Running water. That's nice. So we get a shot of it without going off the cliff. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. Dean should have taken this way. Would have taken us right down to it. That's a lot of wood. Did a lot of logging through here. Nice view. Oh, I kind of wanted to hit that. Perhaps another day. Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that.
Like, what the fuck?
We should try hitting those trails sometime.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome. I think isn't this end the dead end?
I can't.
This way and then realize you're gonna go up that road instead of turning left.
I can't remember.
Oh, we'll try it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks exactly like out home. Yeah, I can't remember if this is a dead end or not. Geez, I stopped on a hill, shut it off, went to turn it back on, and it wouldn't start unless it was on the level. I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing now. Jesus, this thing. The 08 Rhinos are so buggy. Ooh, that was a deeper hole than you think. I wonder if it's the rollover structure, or the rollover valve, if it even has one, or a sensor in this thing that may be causing that. I should check up on that. I know my buddy has an 08 Grizzly. 07 Grizzly. When they first came out with that, that has a faulty rollover valve. Or sensor or something. Can't remember what it was. Geez, this is a nice trail. Gorgeous through here. Trail. Oh yeah. Okay. Thought that might have been a dead end. Apparently not. We can get around her. Just like that. Perfect. Good. Wow, look at this. I think we've been here before, but it's been such a long time. Trail. Yes, we have been through here. Oh, there's a biker. A couple bikers. At least they wave back. Sometimes you see these hikers and bikers, again, oh, you're ruining the trail. Okay, bud. Because, you know, we made these trails, so, yeah, you're welcome. I may not have made the trails, but we definitely pay to maintain them. That's why we pay a registration every year, to maintain these trails. For you to run, you to walk, you to hike, you to bike. Where's your trail maintenance fee? That's right, we already paid it for you. Beautiful trail. Absolutely gorgeous, actually. Glad we took this route. take a different route than Dean. Make it a little easier on the machine. He's good. Just like that. Just like that. Now where are we? We're back on the power lines. Okay. New trail to me. I will put her in low. Why not? Make sure he made it out of here. Oh yeah, there he is. Just make it a little bit easier on the machine, that's all. No sense in beating it up, no sense in trying to put extra pressure on parts that don't need it. Geez, did we just come from up there? What a gorgeous spot. Oh, we just turned around because instead of coming right out of that trail where it went to a dead end, we just turned around and went to left. Follow this trail for a little bit anyway. I have no idea where we're at. I didn't bring the GPS. Dean's got his. He's got the same, the Garmin GPS 60. I got that E-Trax 20 that, like I said, I can't find the friggin' mount for it, but... I see the horseflies are out now. Powerline running's all right, but I want to, I don't want to do this all day because it seems in Nova Scotia all power lines look like this. Smooth trail this is. Nice views. again, in Nova Scotia, it's illegal to run an ATV and UTV on the roads. Other states, it's required, or other states. There's no provinces, I don't think, anywhere in Canada that allows that. Now, there's some exceptions. People just don't give a crap when you're in some of the smaller towns like Bruin, because they have UTV, ATV crossings and snowmobile crossings for the winter. But I don't know, man. I've friggin' been after the province forever just to allow it. I don't understand, because these can keep up with highway speeds. The requirement is you gotta have a horn, you gotta have signal lights, brake lights, headlights. I don't understand why we couldn't buy a kit like you can in some places in the States. Whoa, there you go, States. Some places in the States to, you know, rig or equip your UTV or ATV with those lights and horn, and then run the roads. I don't get it. Even the tires that are on this Rhino and his Razor are DOT approved. Why the hell can't we run the roads? I don't get it. It's not that hard. Register this as a motorcycle or a dual sport. That's what you got to do. We're in a field. Where the hell where are we at now? I have no idea. Well, guys, it's coming up to the end of the run now. Fox Mountain Campground's just out through this little orchard here. Well, little, Jesus, this little orchard's huge. But the town of Berwick is known for apples. The whole valley is known for apples. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this run. I'm going to try and get out again next weekend if I can. If not, then, you know, I do apologize. But I'll try to get out when I can and record when I can for you guys. And I appreciate it. I see I got some new subscribers, so thank you very much, guys, for subscribing to me. You know, like I said, this is not my normal machine. This is actually my father's Rhino, but I use it, maintain it. I do yard work with it. Keep it at my place anyway, so... I appreciate the views, I appreciate the likes and comments. See you next time, guys. Have a great night.